सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। So this morning I might have frightened all of you, but this evening I am not going to do that. We will see the summary. Summary of which Upanishad? I was thinking to take one Upanishad, but then I thought if I take one Upanishad, people say, Swamiji, what about that Upanishad? What about that Upanishad? So today I will give you the summary of all Upanishads. So what are the topics? Assorted. भेलपूरी थोड़ा खिलाएंगे आपको. So what are the topics discussed in all the Upanishads in general? So you get the idea, because our mind has this tendency, oh, I have studied only 3 Upanishads, I don't know what is there in all Upanishads. Until I get this Upanishad, how can I get moksha? So that type of anxiety remains. So I will tell you in general what all topics discussed in all Upanishads. When we study Upanishad, what all things mainly we study. So you get the bird's eye view. First thing is, when we study Upanishad, the first topic we discuss is what is the meaning of the word Upanishad. That is the first topic. And we have seen the word Upanishad has got 3 parts, Upa, Ni and Shad. Upa and Ni, from one angle, Upanishad word has got several ways of derivation. I am giving one of them. Upa and Ni are suggesting how this Brahma Vidya, which is the meaning of the word Upanishad, is derived. So Upanishad means knowledge of limitless Brahman. And this, how Upanishad word is fitting to this Brahma Vidya. Why Brahma Vidya is called Upanishad? Kena puna artha yogena Upanishad sabda vachya Brahma Vidya. That question is raised. That how this Brahma Vidya is called Upanishad? For that answer is given. Brahma Vidya is that which is attained by these 3 sadhanas suggested by Upa and Ni. Upa suggests going near the source of Vidya, which is Shastra and Acharya. So Brahma Vidya is that which is attained by going near the source of Vidya, namely Shastra and Acharya, suggesting the sadhana of Shravanam. And this Vidya will be effective only when it is Nishchita, suggested by Ni. And Vidya become Nishchita by Manana and Nididhyasanam. So Upa and Ni, these 2 words are suggesting that it is that Vidya which is attained by Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasanam. And when attained in a very ascertained manner through Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasanam, then this Vidya does the job suggested by Shad. And Sad means destroyer. It is the destroyer of the samsara, bondage, along with its cause. And also Gamayati, it helps the person own up his or her limitless nature. And that is conveyed by Shad. So Upanishad means Brahma Vidya, which is attained by Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, suggested by Upa and Ni, and which destroys the bondage along with its cause and helps one own up limitless nature. So this is the first point we discuss. When we start Upanishad class, one of the first points, the preliminary points is this, the definition of or the meaning of the word Upanishad. And what is the meaning? Brahmatma Vidya, to be precise. Knowledge of Brahman as oneself, or knowledge of oneself as Brahman. This is the meaning of the word Upanishad. This is the primary meaning of the word Upanishad. And secondary meaning of the word Upanishad is the text which is giving the knowledge. So the text which is the means for getting this Brahma Vidya is also called Upanishad in secondary sense. Bhashyakara gives the example that just as ghee, clarified butter, is called Ayuhu, long life. Even though ghee is not long life, but since ghee is supposed to be the means, we have to use the word supposed to be the means for long life if you are having very active lifestyle. Therefore, ghee also is called long life. Or we say that petrol is gold. So petrol is not gold. You cannot wear petrol. But petrol, if you have, then you can have lot of gold. Petrol is the means for gold. Therefore, petrol is called gold. Similarly, the text which is occurring at the end of the Veda, that text is the means for Brahma Vidya. Therefore, text also is called Upanishad. And which text? The text which is occurring at the end of Vedas. And therefore, this Upanishad, in secondary sense, it is called Vedanta. So, Upanishad, in secondary sense, it is called Vedanta. And Upanishad in primary sense, how many are there? Upanishad in its primary sense. What is the primary sense? Brahma Vidya. How many Brahma Vidyas are there? Only one. So, Upanishad in its primary sense is one. But Upanishad in its secondary sense, there are many. So, there are many Upanishads in its secondary sense. So, because at the end of the Veda has got several branch, and in every branch there will be one or two Upanishads. And therefore, we have got so many Upanishads, 108, if you remember in the beginning we are told, 108 are mentioned in one particular Upanishad, Muktika Upanishad. Out of them, 10 Upanishads are considered to be the important ones and popular ones. Ishakena Kataprashna Munda Mandukya Tittirihi Aitareyancha Chandogyam Brihadaranyakam Tatha. These 10 Upanishads are considered to be the important ones. Generally, they are studied extensively because they have been commented upon by the Acharyas. And thus, Upanishad, primary meaning Brahma Vidya, secondary meaning the text occurring at the end of Veda. Therefore, it is called Vedanta. That is why there is a popular statement, opening statement of the text called Vedanta Sara, and that is Vedanto Nama Upanishad Pramanam. Vedanta means, Nama means Upanishad, which is Pramanam. So if somebody asks you what is Upanishad, you can say Upanishad is the means of knowledge. In its secondary sense. Secondary sense is generally good enough to talk about it. So Upanishad, what we are familiar with, generally when we say Isha Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, we refer to the text only. So name when we give Ishavasya Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, whenever we are using the word Upanishad with any title, it refers to the text only. Because otherwise Brahma Vidya is one only. We cannot say Ishavasya Brahma Vidya, Keno Brahma Vidya. It is not so. So when we are using the title, we mean Upanishad, mean the text. Alright, so this is the first topic we discuss. When we start Upanishad class, this is the first thing. Alright. Second thing we generally go into when we have Upanishad class is Shanti Patha. This 10 Upanishads, now will be more focusing on 10 Upanishads. These 10 Upanishads are representative of all 4 Vedas. Rig Veda has got one Upanishad, Aitareya Upanishad. Yajurveda has got 4 Upanishads. Yajurveda has got 2 branches, Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda. Shukla Yajurveda has got 2 Upanishads in this list of 10, and that is Ishavasya Upanishad and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. First and last Upanishad belongs to Shukla Yajurveda. And Krishna Yajurveda, Katha Upanishad and Taittiriya Upanishad. So these 2 Upanishads belong to Krishna Yajurveda. So Yajurveda has got 4 Upanishads in the list of 10. Badi party hai wo, thoda 4 what le gaya ho. Then third one is Samaveda. From Samaveda we have got 2 Upanishads, Kena Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad. And Atharvana Veda or Atharva Veda has got 3 Upanishads, Mundaka Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad and Mandukya Upanishad. 10 ho gaya ke nahi? Yes. 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, and last 2 Upanishads, the Atharva, 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, and last 3. So 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3, so there are totally 10 Upanishads, which are very popular. And depending upon the Veda the Upanishad belongs to, it will have certain Shanti Patha. Shanti Patha means the prayer for removal of obstacle. Shanti here has got the meaning removal of obstacles. Upad, the what is called Vigna Nivrutti is called Shanti. Vignopashamaha is called Shanti. So removal of obstacle is Shanti. So Shanti Patha means the mantra for removal of obstacles or the chanting for removal of obstacles. That is called Shanti Patha. And that Shanti Patha for Rig Veda, it is Vangme Manasi Pratishtita. Very rarely Aitareya Upanishad is taught. It has got the topic of creation, and lastly the Mahavakya also is there. So that is Aitareya Upanishad. Vangme Manasi Pratishtita Shanti Patha. Yajurveda, the Shukla Yajurveda, Ishavasya and Brihadaranyaka, Shanti Patha will be Purnamada Purnamidam. And Krishna Yajurveda, the Shanti Patha will be Sahana Vavatu Shanno Mitra. That will be Shanti Patha. Samaveda, Shanti Patha, we are every day chanting. What is called? Apyayantu Mamangani. See, that word doesn't come. Every day we are chanting. Apyayantu Mamangani. And the Atharva Veda Shanti Patha is Bhadram Karnebi Shrunuyama Devaha. So this is how these 10 Shanti Pathas are there. So whichever Shanti Patha this Upanishad we have taken a bit belongs to, we understand the meaning. And there are 3 types of Shanti Patha. One Shanti Patha will be conveying the idea of Namaskara to Devatas. Like Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo. And second Shanti Patha will be having the Ashirvada, prayer for certain things. Like Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranas Chakshu, there is a prayer, and prayer is called Ashirvada. In Sanskrit, Ashirvada has got the meaning prayer also. So it can be in the form of namaskara or it can be in the form of prayers for certain things. Generally, prayer is for jnana yogyata, fitness for knowledge. Otherwise called karya karana sanghata yogyata, fitness of the body, mind, sense complex for the pursuit of knowledge. That is called jnana yogyata, karya karana sanghata yogyata. Bhadram karne vishrunuyam devaha, vangme manasi pratishrita, etc. have got this idea of prayer for fitness of the body, mind, sense complex. And the third type of Shanti Patha is Vastu Nirdeshatmaka. It just reveals the reality. Like Purnamada Purnamidam. It just reveals the reality. There is no prayer, etc. So these are the three types of Shanti Patha which are given in these 10 Upanishads. So that is the second topic we discuss. And also we discuss why Shanti Patha we chant. Shanti Patha, as the name suggests, for the removal of possible obstacles. Because when we start anything, obstacles are possible. So we pray for the removal of obstacles. And also for tuning our mind, also to develop the humility in our pursuit. Otherwise we may get arrogant. I have studied this Upanishad. How many you have studied? So like that arrogance may come. So this prayer keeps us humble if we do it mindfully. So this is the second topic we discuss, that is Shanti Patha. Then the third one is we enter into the topics of the Upanishads. And in the Upanishads, we can say in so many ways, but from one angle we can say there are 4 topics discussed in the Upanishads. The first one is Samsara Varnanam. For Viveka, Vivekartham Samsara Varnanam. Description of samsara so that we do Viveka. We do discrimination. And in Samsara Varnanam, there are so many varieties. One variety I will just present. In Mundaka Upanishad, very beautifully it is said, Samane Vrukshe Purusho Nimagnaha Anishaya Shochati Muhyamanaha. So very beautifully is presented what is the condition of samsari and what is the problem, immediate problem, and what is the cause behind the problem. It is said there, Anishaya Shochati Muhyamanaha. The Jiva's condition is described. Shochati, Jiva grieves, sorrow. Why Jiva is Shochati? क्यों सोचता है वो? Why is he grieving? The reason is giving Anishaya. Anishaya means helplessness. Jiva is very helpless. He thinks something, what he wants doesn't happen. What he doesn't want happens. So, Ishta Prapti and Anishta Parihara. Jiva wants what? Attainment of desirable and avoidance of undesirable. But what happens? Ishta Parihara and Anishta Prapti. And therefore what happens? Jiva feels very helpless. Jiva wants to change everybody. That my brother should change, my father should change, my spouse should change, my children should change. Nobody changes. They keep on telling you change. So that is how, and Jiva feels very helpless. Therefore we have got saying also, man proposes and God disposes. Most of the time dispose is off. So Jiva is grieving because what he wants doesn't happen. What he wants to avoid keeps happening. And why this helplessness is there? Mohaha. Jiva is confused about the source of happiness, source of security. Jiva has got lot of delusion, superimposition of happiness, security on objects, people and situations. Jiva has got moha, that my spouse will make my life. She will make me happy. He will make me happy. My children will make me happy. Or when I have a particular setup in Himalayas, one nice kutia will be there, that will make me happy. So we always connect our happiness, security with one particular setup. People. And based on that, we have got insistence that this should happen. And many a times it doesn't happen. And therefore what? Jiva, because of his confusion about where the happiness is, Jiva is having ragadvesha, insistence, and his insistence is not fulfilled. Therefore what? Anisha, therefore shoka. This is one way of seeing that moha, delusion about the happiness, etc., makes him helpless and makes him grieve. And why Jiva is superimposing the happiness, security, peace in external world? Because he finds himself to be insecure, finds himself to be inadequate, finds himself to be ashantaha, every now and then disturbed. And therefore he is superimposing outside. Like when our well doesn't have water, we have to get tanker from outside. So similarly, our local source is not available. Therefore we are seeking peace, happiness, security outside. Because I find myself to be inadequate, insecure. And why is it so? For that, the reason given there, samane vrukshe nimagnaha. So, this jiva is identifying with this body, mind, sense complex, which is limited, which is insecure, which is imperfect. And because of that identification, there is a moha. Because of that moha, there is anisha. Because of anisha, there is shokaha. So this is how the analysis of samsara is done. Let's see how I am suffering in my life. And then Shastra says, why are you identifying? Then Shastra will say, it is because of ignorance of your true nature. So how Jiva is suffering and why is he suffering? That analysis is one of the topics of the Upanishad. Why is it done? So that you have got the clarity, you have got sense of purpose with regard to the teaching which is going to be given by Shastra. You should know why I am studying Vedanta. Simply because it's very interesting, very interesting. So if it is just studying because it is interesting, then you get something more interesting, this will be dropped. So interesting can sustain you for some time. It cannot sustain you for a long time. And therefore Shastra first makes it clear that why this ignorance is the cause for a problem. If you understand, then only you will be able to understand when Shastra says the knowledge is the solution. Therefore samsara varnanam very elaborately done. Yamaraja says in Kathopanishad, punah punar vashama padyate me. The jivas are coming back to me again and again, indicating what? The janma marana chakra. The samsara is defined in Shastra in various ways. One is janma marana chakra. Another way of seeing is helplessness. Pujya Swamiji used to say samsara means struggle to become somebody. Constant struggle to become somebody is samsara. And that is because of the identification with upadhi. This is the first topic, samsara varnanam and samsara karana varnanam. Then second topic is the sadhana nirupanam, the description of sadhana, the means. Sadhana means, sadhanam means. First of all, Shastra tells that bondage is because of ignorance, and therefore the sadhanam for moksha is jnanam. Jnatva devam sarva pashapahanihi. By knowing this effulgent Paramatma alone, there is moksha. Sarva pashapahani means the freedom from all bondage. This morning also we saw that bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitya dhiraha pretyasmar lokad amruta bhavanti. So vichitya means what? Sakshat kritya, having intimately appreciating this Brahman present in all beings, amrutaha bhavanti means they become free from this mortality, free from samsara. Thus Shastra highlights this point again and again. And what is that? Moksha is by jnanam, knowledge. And Shastra makes it clear that why moksha is by jnanam? Because bondage is due to ignorance. It is not fanaticism. People say, no, Swamiji, why not we have got so many paths for moksha? Why are you saying that by jnanam only moksha? By bhakti also moksha can come. By karma also moksha can come. For that our answer is, moksha is equal to freedom from bondage. And this freedom from bondage, you will be able to understand well when you understand what is bondage. Depending upon the type of bondage, the means for freedom is to be ascertained. If you are physically tied with a rope, etc., then knowledge will not help. Then you need to be untied. So if your bondage is physical, then your freedom has to be in the form of some physical action. Simply you do bhavana, I am free, and one day your ropes are untied, it doesn't happen. So when bondage is physical, then this freedom will be by action only. If somebody said you just know yourself to be free, you will be free, it doesn't happen. If your bondage is notional, not national, notional. If your bondage is notional, then freedom has to be through knowledge alone. Because of wrong notion, you think yourself to be bound, then what is the way? Any amount of action will not help you. So when bondage is in the form of notion, you are not really bound. You thought yourself to be bound because of identification with what you are not. Since you do not know what really you are, you have identified with what you are not, which is called anatma, and therefore you are feeling bound. If you know yourself to be what really you are always free. So your bondage is notional due to ignorance, therefore knowledge is the means for moksha. It is not fanaticism. Puja Swamiji was told that Swamiji, this jnanena moksha, isn't it just being fanatic? Puja Swamiji, it is better to be fanatic than lunatic. So it is good. See, even you call me fanatic, I don't mind, because I cannot compromise just because you are calling me fanatic. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Why are you so fanatic? Make it 4.5. Chartered accountant can make it, but not all chartered, some chartered accountant. But 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 is a fact. You call me fanatic, I will not change just because you are calling me fanatic. So similarly, jnanena moksha is not fanaticism, it is a fact. Why? Because bondage is notional, therefore freedom has to by dhanam only. So the first point under the topics of sadhana, so you remember, first topic is samsara varnanam, second is sadhana nirupanam, and in sadhana nirupanam, first point is jnanena moksha. The Jnanam is the sadhanam for moksha. Now, second question would be that moksha is by Jnanam, then Jnanam by what? How do you get Jnanam of yourself? And here, moksha is by Jnanam. When we say, we mean self-knowledge, Atmik Jnanam. Because bondage is centered on I. Therefore, this freedom will be centered on I. And freedom centered on I is possible by the knowledge of I. And therefore, the next question would be, how Atmik Jnanam? For that, Shastra gives the answer. In Kathopanishad it is there, Adhyatma Yogadi Gamena Devam. Adhyatma Yoga, which is another name for Jnana Yoga. So, moksha by Jnanam. Jnanam by what? Jnanam by Jnana Yoga. Otherwise called Adhyatma Yoga. And what is this Jnana Yoga or Adhyatma Yoga? Is that Kathopanishad mantra itself, it says, Shrutva Samparigrihya Pravrihya. These three words are used to show Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. So, Jnanam is by Jnana Yoga consisting of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. And in Brihadaranyaka, this idea is given, Atma Vare Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha. Very clearly it is told. First is Drashtavya. Atma should be very well appreciated. How? Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha. Very clear path is given. Alright. So, moksha by Jnanam. Jnanam is by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. And in these three, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, Shravanam is the main sadhanam. Because Shravanam is the operation of the means of knowledge. Any knowledge is by operating the means of knowledge, and operation of the means of knowledge is in the form of Shravanam, listening to the scripture from a traditional teacher. That is Shravanam. And that Shravanam is the operation of means of knowledge. Therefore, Shravanam is considered to be the main sadhanam. Then what is the use of Manana and Nididhyasanam? Manana removes the doubt from the knowledge we have received, and Nididhyasanam removes the habitual error fraught with the knowledge. And thus, Manana and Nididhyasanam themselves do not give the knowledge, they remove the obstacles in getting the result of knowledge. So, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana constitute Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga gives Jnanam. So, what is the clarity? Moksha is by Jnanam. Jnanam is by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Not by intuition. Intuition is not a pramanam for self-knowledge. Swami Paramarthanji nicely said, he said, knowledge does not come by intuition, it comes in tuition. Intuition means in class. A nice way of saying, not by intuition, in tuition it comes. Intuition means class, listening to the teacher. Alright. So, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam gives Jnanam. Jnanam is the means for moksha. Now, one more point Shastra highlights here. That Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam will give you effective knowledge called Jnana Nishtha, Aparoksha Jnanam, sometimes called Sakshatkara. Bhashyakara also uses the word Sakshatkritya, etc. This Sakshatkara is nothing but Aparoksha Jnanam. Aparoksha Jnanam means what? Knowing Brahman to be oneself is called Aparoksha Jnanam of Brahma. And that Sakshatkara, Aparoksha Jnanam of Brahman, is the means for moksha which is attained by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, provided. Like how in advertisement they write, no, condition apply. So similarly, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam will give effective knowledge if you are sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha adhikari. Adhikarinaha pramiti janako vedaha. Nicely said. The Veda gives rise to knowledge for a person who is adhikari. In fact, that is applicable in every field. If you have not studied basic mathematics, then how will you understand higher mathematics? It is there. If I study this medicine book, final year medicine book, what will I understand? Is this was not, that much only I understand. We don't understand. They have got name for everything. We call simple headache, they have got different names. So, for every field of knowledge, one needs to be qualified in a particular way. And for the pursuit of jnanam, called jnana yoga also, we need to have certain preparations. And this preparation is presented in Shastra in various ways. One is, very popular, is called sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, viveka, vairagya, samadhi and mumukshutva. In different Upanishads, it is highlighted in different ways. In Brihadaranyaka it is Shanto Danta Uparata Stitikshu Bhutva Atmana Atmanam Pashye. So, person, this Shanta Danta, that is explained. So, Shantaha means Shama, Danta means Dama, Uparata, Uparati, Titikshu. So, different Upanishads presents different sadhanas, and in Tattva Bodha it is collated and presented as sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. And Shastra presents the need for these qualifications in two ways. One is Anvaya method, other is Vyatirika method. Shastra says if this is there, then you will get it. Shanta Danta Pashyet. If it is not there, Na Virato Dushcharitat, Na Shanto Na Samahitaha. If it is not there, you will not get it. So, Shastra, the third point highlights under the sadhana topic is that sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is necessary for jnana yoga pursuit to be successful. This is under what? Sadhana topic. Remember, first is samsara varnanam, second is sadhana topic. In sadhana, this is the one, third point we are seeing. Now, under the sadhana, one more topic is discussed, and that is how to get this sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Moksha is by jnanam, jnanam is by jnana yoga with sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Now, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, how do we get it? For that, Shastra says, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is by karma yoga and upasana. And what is karma yoga? Doing your duty as per the role you are playing in the society, in a given setup. In traditional way, if we put it, varnashrama dharma. In olden days, we used to talk about Ishwararpana buddhya varnashrama dharmanushtanam, swavarnashrama dharmanushtanam karma yoga. What is karma yoga? Doing one's duty as per the varna, the social classification, and ashrama, the stage of life, with the attitude of offering to the Lord. Nishkama bhavena, without expecting any material benefit, I do my duty as per the role I am playing. Now, Puja Swamiji used to say that nowadays we don't talk about varna and ashrama, because people are not very sure which varna I belong to. Whether I am considered to be Brahmana because my father was this, mother was this. So, what the doubt comes. And therefore, now we say that doing one's duty based on the role you are playing, following the script of your role properly, with proper attitude, that is called karma yoga. If you are, everybody plays different roles. You are playing the role of a son, daughter, brother, sister, husband, wife, student, teacher, whatever role you are playing. Ask this question. As a student, what I am supposed to do? As a teacher, what I am supposed to do. As a brother, what I am supposed to do. So, ask for the script. What is the right script for the role? And following that script while playing that role with proper attitude, that let this playing this role, let this duty be an offering to the Lord, that is called Karma Yoga. And that purifies the mind. And second sadhana highlighted in Upanishad so much is Upasana, which is called meditation. Upasanam. Sitting near the object of meditation mentally. Mentally sitting near the object of meditation is called Upasana. And we have so many Upasanas talked about in Upanishads. If you remember in these Brihadaranyaka, every now and then this Upasana, in fact I did not give big list. Only I say Hiranyagarbha Upasana. In Hiranyagarbha, so many Upasanas will be there. So generally, we have got, popularly speaking, we have got the Upasana of Prana, which is called Sutratma. Sometimes there is Upasana of Virat, which is also sometimes identical to this Hiranyagarbha Upasana. So one is Prana Upasana, other is Hiranyagarbha or Virat Upasana, and third is Omkara Upasana. With the help of Omkara, you meditate on Ishvara. That is Omkara Upasana. So these Upasanas are talked about in Shastra. And this Upasana can give material benefit if one does with Sakama Buddhi, with a desire to get some material gain. But if it is done Nishkama Bhavena, then means without any material desire, then this Upasana can help the person attain Chitta Neshalyam, the steadiness of the mind, and also the grace of Ishvara. Because it is a karma. Upasana is a manasa karma. Therefore, it helps the person to attain the steadiness of the mind. So, Karma Yoga and Upasanas will help the person to attain Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. With Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, when person does Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, he gets Jnanam, she gets Jnanam. By Jnanam, he owns up freedom. This is how the sadhana are talked about in Shastra. So, under sadhana, these four topics are talked about. Jnanena mokshaha, Jnana yogena mokshaha, Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti avashyakata, and Karma yoga upasana bhyam sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. These are four I said in Sanskrit. In English, freedom by knowledge, knowledge is by the Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, and this Jnana yoga, Shravanadi will be possible, will be effective when Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is there, and Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is by Karma yoga and Upasana. So this is the second main topic in the Veda, this Upanishad. First is Samsara Varnanam, second is Sadhana Varnanam, Sadhana Nirupanam. The third main topic is Tattva Jnanam or Brahmatma Jnanam, Purnatma Jnanam, the knowledge of the limitless self. That is the main topic of Upanishad. And this main teaching of this on this Atma, main teaching on the self which is limitless, is revealed by particular types of sentences called Mahavakya. So, Tattva Jnanam is given by Mahavakya, great sentences. Like what? Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi means you are that. And there are so many Mahavakyas. 4 Mahavakyas are popular, but there are not only 4 Mahavakyas. Even Kena Upanishad there is a Mahavakya. Is there or not? What is the Mahavakya? Anyadeva tad viditat atho aviditadadi is a Mahavakya. So we think that 4 Mahavakyas only are there. It's not so. In Taittiriya, Yaschayam Purushe, Yaschasa Vaditye Sa Ekaha, that's a Mahavakya. So many Mahavakyas are there. But 4 Mahavakyas, Prajnanam Brahma from Rigveda, then Aham Brahmasmi from Yajurveda, Tattvamasi from Samaveda, Ayam Atma Brahma from Atharvaveda. These 4 Mahavakyas are popular. But there are not only 4 Mahavakyas. Mahavakya means what? The sentence revealing oneness between Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva, Ishvara, Aikya, Bodhakam, Vakyam. The sentence revealing oneness between Jiva and Ishvara is called Mahavakya. Maha literally means big, great. Why it is called Mahavakya? Because the content is great. Alright. And this Mahavakya Upadesha is given in 3 stages in Vedanta. First, what is done? Jiva Swarupa Nirupanam. Description of the nature of Jiva. Technically, it is called Tvam Padartha Vichara. The analysis of the meaning of the word Tvam in the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. Simple words, analysis of the nature of Jiva. In simple words, who am I? That is the first topic under this Tattva Jnanam. Who am I? What is the nature of this Jiva I? Tattvamasi, that Tvam, who is this Tvam? And this Jiva Swarupa Vichara is done by Drik Drishya Viveka. Jiva Swarupa Vichara, the analysis of the nature of Jiva, is done by Drik Drishya Viveka. What is Drik Drishya Viveka? What does it mean in English? Discrimination between the Drik, the seer, knower, illuminating principle, and Drishyam. Drishyam means what? Object. Subject-object division or subject-object discrimination. Cognitive separation. So, cognitive separation of Drik, the knower, illuminator, and Drishyam, the object. Subject-object discrimination is Drik Drishya Viveka. And in Drik Drishya Viveka, we follow certain principles. What is the principle? Drik Drishyad Bhinnaha. The knower is different from the known. And second is little, may look little strange. Drishya Dharmaha, Drishya Dharmaha. The attributes which are known attributes belong to the known objects. Drishya Dharmaha, Drishya Dharmaha. The known attributes belong to known objects and not the knower. If you say, Swamiji, I have so much sorrow, I am sorrowful. That Shastra said, do you know sorrow? You have sorrow? You do know? Yes, I know. You know sorrow, therefore it does not belong to you, who is the knower of the sorrow. Sorrow is known, objectified, therefore it belongs to known object. It does not belong to the knower of the sorrow. So that is second principle. And third important fact is Aham Drik. I am Drashta. That is very important. Otherwise Drashta will be free, you will remain bound. So Drik, Drashta is different from Drishya. The known qualities belong to the known object and I am Drashta. Keeping this principle in mind, we do Viveka. We start with the external objects. The clip is known and therefore I, the knower of the clip, am different from the clip. No problem. Nobody said, no, Swamiji, objection. Nobody said objection. Pass. Mic. I know the mic, I am different from the mic. Pass. I know the donkey, I am different from the donkey. Any objection? No objection. Now, come to the dress. Dress, are you aware of it? Yes. Dress is known or unknown? Known. Are you different from the dress or not? Yes. Now come to the what is called debatable, the controversial territory, the body. The body also is what? Known. Therefore, I am different from this known body. What about the sense organs? I am different from the sense organs because I know. Swamiji at the other day explained that ophthalmologist also has to depend upon me. I know the eyes. Even audiologists depend upon me. They will say, if you hear, you raise your finger. Swamiji did not know because he has not gone to audiologist. I have gone, so I know. Anyway, so audiologist depends upon me. I know whether the ears are hearing or not. Sometimes we don't hear, but we still say like this. So, but we know. So, I am aware of the organs different from the organs. Similarly, I am aware of the thoughts. Thoughts are drishyam, I am drashta, different from that. And any attribute, whether it is sadness or pleasure, whether there is a compassion, love, hatred, all of them are what? Known. Therefore, they belong to the known mind. Who am I? I am aware of all of them. I am awarer, and all of these are I am aware of. And what is the content of this awarer? I am awarer with reference to the things I am aware of. By myself, I am what? I am the content of awarer called awareness, consciousness. I am consciousness free from all attributes, because all attributes are known. They belong to the known object. I am attributeless consciousness. And I am Sakshi. I am the witness of all of them. I am not affected by all of them. So, I am Asanga Nirvishesha Chaitanyam. This is what we derive by what? Tvam Padartha Vichara, Jiva Swarupa Vichara. Then, second topic is taken up is Tat Padartha Vichara, Ishvara Swarupa Vichara. And there, Ishvara is presented as Jagat Karanam. Jagat is Karyam, Ishvara is Karanam. By that, what is established? That the Jagat being Karyam, and every Karyam is Mithya, therefore this Karyam Jagat is Mithya, Ishvara is Satyam. And what is this Ishvara? On its own. By itself, Ishvara is Sat Brahma. It is existence. So when we do Tat Padartha Vichara, Ishvara Swarupa Vichara, we arrive at Sat, existence, which is free from all attributes. Because all attributes belong to the Karya Jagat. This Brahman, Ishvara is Sat. So by Tat Padartha Vichara, we arrive at attributeless existence. So who is Ishvara? Attributeless existence. Who is Jiva? Attributeless consciousness. And then the third stage of the teaching, it is said that attributeless consciousness is attributeless existence. Tattvamasi. You, attributeless consciousness, are attributeless existence. And by that, the Jiva, Brahma, Jiva and Brahma, in their true nature, consciousness and existence, they are one and the same. So, I am consciousness, one with existence, Brahma, which is the Adhishthanam, the truth of the entire world. So, what is the vision revealed by these three stages? All that is here is Brahma, that Brahman I am. And therefore what? I am all. I alone am appearing as all without becoming all. I don't become all, I appear as all. Remaining attributeless, changeless, I am appearing, manifesting as all. That is the vision of Vedanta. And by this vision of Vedanta, what is the result? That is the fourth topic. So first topic is Samsara Varnanam, second is Sadhana Nirupanam, third is the Tattva Nirupanam or Tattva Jnanam, Brahmatma Bodha, and the fourth topic is Jnana Phalam and Jnana Mahima. What is the result of this knowledge? One word result of this knowledge is moksha, freedom. Samsara nivrittihi, freedom from bondage. And this moksha or mukti is presented in two ways. Two aspects of freedom are highlighted in Shastra. One is called Jivan Muktihi, other is called Videha Muktihi. Jivan Muktihi means, Jivan means while living. Mukti means freedom. Freedom while living is called Jivan Mukti. Means person is alive and he enjoys freedom. He owns up freedom. That is called Jivan Mukti. And this Jivan Mukti is presented in Shastra in various ways. One way is Abhayam Pratishtham Mindate. He becomes free from fear. Fear of death, fear of some unknown thing happening. Abhayam. Second, Jivan Mukti is presented as Ashanti Nivrutti, Shantihi. Tesham eva Shanti Naitaresham. So, this Jivan Mukti is presented in the form of attainment of abiding peace. Jivan Mukti is also presented in the form of Harsha Shokau Jahati, being free from elation and depression, ups and downs. That is Jivan Mukti. And one more is very beautifully presented in Taittiriya, and that is freedom from guilt. Etagum havavana tapati kimaham sadhuna karavam kimaham papama karavam iti. There is a guilt based on omissions and commissions. Why I did not do this? I should have done that. Guilt is there. And guilt based on commission. Why did I do this? Why did I open my mouth? Why did I shouted? Why did I shout? So, guilt based on commission. The wise person is, Jivan Mukta is the one who is free from guilt. Etagum havavana tapati kimaham sadhuna karavam kimaham papama karavam. And free from shokaha. Vita shokau harsha shokau jaha. The Vita shokaha means free from shokaha. So this is Jivan Mukti description. And Videha Mukti means, what is the meaning of Videha Mukti? Vigataha dehaha yasyam muktau sa muktihi videha muktihi. The freedom characterized by the absence of the body, absence of rebirth, no more birth for the person. The freedom characterized by no more rebirth is called Videha Mukti. And the wise person attains the Videha Mukti. That is described in Brihadaranyaka and this Mundaka Upanishad. Tasya pranana utkramanti. His Sukshma Sharira doesn't travel. Prana represents Sukshma Sharira. For Ajnani Jiva it travels. Jiva is a great traveler. But the travel gets over. Videha Mukti. Atra eva samavaliyante. Prana gets resolved here only. And that is Videha Mukti. And in this Mundaka Upanishad, the popular mantra, Paramrutah parimuchyanti sarve. Te brahma lokeshu paranta kale paramrutah parimuchyanti sarve. Videha Mukti is presented. So, Jnana Phalam in the form of Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. And this Jnanam is glorified. As one we saw this morning, Swamiji taught that iha cheda vedit atha satyam asti na chediha vedit mahati vinashti. If you know this truth, then life is meaningful. And if it is not known, then mahati vinashti. Since there is a loss of infinite, Swamiji nicely said, since there is a loss of infinite, therefore there is infinite loss. And thus Atma Jnanam is glorified. And also it is glorified that Yasmin Vignate Sarvamidam Vignatam Bhavati. Once this knowledge has come, then everything is as well known. The intellectual samsara, the samsara based on intellectual thirst, I don't know this, I don't know this, I don't know this, that is over. Thus, the Jnanam is glorified. In this manner, the fourth topic is Jnana Phalam, Jnana Mahima. Now, if we see from the standpoint of the pursuit of moksha, what is the message of Upanishad? Be prepared by Karma Yoga and Upasana, get Jnanam by Jnana Yoga, and by this Jnanam you be free. Bas, this much only is there. What? Be prepared by Karma Yoga, Upasana, get Jnanam by Jnana Yoga, Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, and by this Jnanam be free. This is the message from the standpoint of the pursuit of moksha. From the standpoint of the reality, if we talk about the teaching of Upanishad, what is the teaching of Upanishad? Tattvamasi. At Tattvamasi also we want to present briefly what is the message. Om. Om is a Mahavakya Upadesha presented in Mandukya. And further we want to brief. Then what we do? Dana Mudra. Further we, what is the most brief? Shanti. So finally, what is the Swarupam of Brahma? Shabdatitaha Shatihi. We studied, Swamiji explained that for this Brahman, really speaking, what is the nature of Brahma? Shantaha. Sarva Shabdatitaha. This is the message of all Upanishads. So now if you don't study any other Upanishad, don't worry. These are the topics. Outside this, there is no topic. Any topic you study, it can be fitted anywhere, somewhere. Somewhere it can be fitted. So you need not, you study, enjoy. Enjoy studying all Upanishads because nothing else is better than this. But we need not have that, not studied. The main message is, you are limitless Brahma. That is the message. With this we conclude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.